So here is my success on how I was successful in Proving Grounds. I was ranked number 22 to 25 in the world, and I was using this build to use to compete in the Proving Grounds in 1v1. Now, this build is a lockdown build. It's a two-way perimeter shot creator. You have a height of 6'4" and wingspan of 6'11". Now, I love this build just because it can have an 80 driving dunk that you can get the Devin Booker dunking package. If you have a 60 vertical with that, it's like you almost have contact dunk. So it's amazing. It's amazing. One of the best dunking packages in the game. And then I also have a mid-range of 91. And one thing I love about this build, at being at 6'4", you can be able to have a high mid-range and come off the dribble with a fast dribble and fade the mid-range, or you could take three to be versatile. I also have a 96 ball control, and this is where I put my cap breakers at. And I wanted the 96 ball control so I can be able to have, you know, Hall of Fame badges and different things like that to be able to break my defender down. And then I also have a 99 perimeter. And this is what I love about this build, because you can literally clamp up guys from the floor on down. And with the agility, I went with 92 and with an 85 strength. If you just copy this build and just make it for yourself and see how you like it, I bet you would love to say that, you know, you're one of the best in Proving Grounds, because this build is great. I'm telling you, go make the build. Don't wait. Go make it right now. It's an amazing build. I'm telling you, it's going to help you out.
Ready to stand up.
They may be on the road, but the Bulls still know how to dress to impress. A look here as they come off the bus earlier today. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Tonight, we'll see the Brooklyn Nets as they play against the Chicago Bulls. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Bibby. Rubber is out there with Kyle Korver. Then there's Yao. And it's Bryant in at the 2 guard. And for the Nets, Brandon Clark is out there with Davis. Then there's Frazier. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Bain in at the 2 guard spot. For teams, Stan, that make coaching changes in the offseason, how long do you think it takes to fully implement your system, a coach's new system?
Well, that's an interesting question, Kevin. First of all, I don't think you ever fully implement your system. You're always adding to it. You're always tinkering with it. And for a new coach, what you're really doing is you're learning your team and adjusting your system as you go along to fit your talent.
First trip to the line for him here. Free throw good from Weber. The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times, but they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
Now here's Frazier. Bain with it. Clark with a wide open look. A three-pointer, no good. Frazier against Bibby. Pass to Yao. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And that one drops for him.
Inside the paint, Bryant is just as much trouble. He's practically a sure thing from in close.
Frazier the pass to Vassell. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
And in the season series between these two last year, they got swept. I'm sure that's something they'd like to forget.
Now, here is Weber. 6 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. Count it. Good.
It's not easy trying to keep Yao Ming off the glass. Just wreaking havoc with his activity on the offensive board.
Here's Bain. His last outing, he had 18 points. Passes it to Frazier. Weber pulls it in.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Nets have gone 0-3 from the field to start the game. Clark finds Bain, so it looks like the Nets will retain possession.
What up, ISO?
Frazier the pass to Vassell. It's over Korver.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0-4 here, still looking for their first.
Oh, cut.
It's by Frazier. In transition, here come the Nets. And slam dunk by Clark.
We doing all right, man. Got my ass busted all day last night playing 2K, so doing all right, though, trying to get this win.
Yao against Clark. Yao gets to Kobe. Back to Yao. They get a hand on it.
Come on.
Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. On its way from Clark for 2. Gets a very good look and converts.
How you doing today?
This is the mindset Clark has. He's opportunistic and really has an awareness.
Stop. Oh, bad passes, bro.
No good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
Now, here is Bibby. Outside, Kobe, 4 on the shot clock. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. The shot's good. Yao's got his second bucket tonight.
And this is where you feed Yao because almost no one is going to be able to block him.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Davis, the pass to Vassell. Here's Clark. An easy 2 points on the way. Clark's got 6 points.
Well, he's 3 for 4 to start out. Right off the bat, you could sense he was dialed in. All business so far.
Feeds to Yao. Outside, Kobe. Korver kicks to Kobe. Back to Korver. They double team Yao. And Yao slots it in.
Check out Yao doing big man things. I mean, this guy's size makes those openings easy picking.
And a wide open look for Payne. Good. Great place in it by Frazier.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open. That is prototype rebounding right there. He gets the position down low, boxes out, and then corrals him.
Here's Vassell. Up again. Rebound by Yao Ming. Chicago leading. Here's Kobe. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just like the awareness there from Korver. He draws a lot of attention, which is why he's able to get passes over to his teammates.
The feed to Clark. Payne for three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
He can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to the bench.
On the way forward. And here's Bibby. Still yet to score. Here's Yao. And finished off by Yao.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. Trailing by 2. Payne for 3.
Come on, bro. Stop leaving him open.
The triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Well, Devin Vassell has flown under the radar for a long time and passed a lot of fans, Coach. But we've seen it. He can fill it up.
Yeah, Kevin, look, he is an outstanding shooter. He's got great footwork. He can score at all 3 levels. He reminds you a bit of DeMar DeRozan, but maybe even with more of a 3-point shot.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Well, when you can build your lead with the second unit on the floor, that makes the game a heck of a lot easier.
Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. 4th, Anthony Davis.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Cut.
Smith finds Bryant. Back to Smith. Goes up again. Bradley. The first shot of the possession finally falls for him.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Nets trail by 4. Payne looking around. Here's Frazier diving in.
What a passer Payne has become.
Chicago's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls.
Damn Wallace.
Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story. Now here's Kobe. Brandon Clark missing his last shot. Outside, Ori. 5 on the clock. Here's Francis. And the Bulls with another miss. Next trail by 4. Here's Frazier. Lays it off.
Get down there. This
Frazier's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
Brooklyn's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Smith against Bain. Bain drawn the double team. Now here's Frazier. Guarded closer. No good. That would have tied it.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Smith against Bain. It's taken away by Wallace. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. The score now all even. Fultz got 8 points.
Well, great job to push it up the court with the pass, and they get a nice transition score.
Here's Francis. In the corner, it's Bryant. They get it back.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Now the pass to Frazier. And there's the defensive shooting call. And this is his tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw. Talk about confidence. What do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
Stolen away. And finished off by Bryant.
And how fun is it watching Kobe take flight? His throwdowns are downright ridiculous.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by your AT&T 5G Slam King.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Outside Brent. He dishes it to Smith. Puts it up from 7. Again, Chicago.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far.
Pass to Pop. And the dunk by Powell.
Norman, smart pass by Jones. He didn't have his shot, and great job moving the ball.
Bulls leading by 3. Here's Francis. Pass to Smith. Now here's Bradley. He's covered by Clark. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bryant passes to Bradley. To the inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. First personal foul. And staying a positive for the Bulls over the last couple seasons. They've really done a good job of taking care of the ball.
Yeah, Kevin, that's been an emphasis for them. You don't want to beat yourself. So you look up and down the roster, it's a pretty disciplined group, but it's also the kind of thing that can change from year to year.
Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together. Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Bryant finds Smith. You know, Sting, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself.
Billy was a great college player, and I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer, back-to-back national titles in college, and then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said. Now here's Kobe. This game he had 28 points. Here's Francis. Back to Kobe. Pass to Francis. Here's Bradley. No good with the lane. That's trail by 4. Clark inside. Bowl covering.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
They get it again. Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to the Magic. Here's Jones. Here's Clark. Bradley with some nice D. And the first time out, the game called for Chicago. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, and then another. Really the story of the game.
Yeah, they just committed too many mistakes at both ends. But credit their opponent for being disruptive.
Here is Bibby. Two on the clock. And so the first quarter is in the books. The Bulls on top, up 5-4. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, look, and whether it's a point-blank putback or a kick-out for an open three, offensive rebounds usually generate quality shots.
So with Bryant sitting on the bench, here's the group that Billy.
Come on! Fuck!
There with Rodman. Then there's Kyle Worth. Then there's Mike Bibby, and it's McGee in at center. And the basket by Vassell.
Well, short corner, an easier three. Vassell playing the percentages.
Powell against Corver. The pass to McGee. Knocks it loose. Dishes to Bibby. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Here's Powell. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. The Bulls with the lead. Puts one up. And the rejection by just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. For three, Bibby. That's good. A tough shooting night. He's 2 for 8 and looking for more.
And how about the shooting stroke of Bibby? His three-point shot is as money as it gets.
Pass to Davis. Over Bull. And it's Davis missing.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Now here's Corver. No scoring in this one. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Bibby with the bucket.
A team-first guy. When one of his guys is open, he wastes no time in delivering the pass.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Harden the pass to Davis. And that's a foul called on Bol. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Damn it.
Frazier's got his third basket of the night right there. 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Bibby against Frazier. Shot clock at 5. Bibby passes to Court. No good from outside. Nets trail by 4. To the paint. Here's Davis. And Davis throws it down.
You don't get ahead of steam when there's that much of a lane. You can't get an 8 each way.
Bibby dishes to McGee. Pass to Bibby. Launches him. James Harden with the rebound. Brooklyn's gone 5-9 when they put up a 3-point shot tonight. There's Vassell. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Second personal foul.
That one is on Bolton.
Well, with the way he moves, Vassell can be so deceptive with his shots, and he did well to draw the foul there.
Clark, he's checked in for the Nets. Walker's checked in for the Bulls. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring the next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops so consistent with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
DA, we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you. Greg, you know this. Getting that second contract is a major goal for young players in the NBA, like Devin Vassell.
And Devin did, signing a huge 5-year extension in 23. And he ended up having his finest year after inking that deal. Vassell has a very bright future.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Horry's checked in for JaVale McGee. Weber comes in for Dennis Rodman. Ian's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Smith subbed in for Bibby.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Smith scanning the floor. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's Chicago now. And Walker kicks to Smith. Just 5 on the clock. Down low. Hey, Stan as a coach, what was the most difficult part when transitioning from college to the pros?
That's a great question, Kevin. And I think
man.
Number one, the length and the pace of the season. You just didn't have the time to prepare for the next game. Everything was sped up. And then, obviously, the talent of the players. So you're trying to game plan and come up with a way to stop guys who are essentially unstoppable.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
On the wing, Walker. Wallace against Horry. Weber outside. And here's Walker outside. Rebound by Wallace. Wallace has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Art right side. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Now, here's Weber. He's coming off a 22-point game against Orlando.
How about the rebounding, too? He was just all over the glass, and the other team had no answer for how to contain him.
And the dunk by Wallace.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Passes it to Smith. Bryant with the bounce pass. Horry kicks to Kobe. Out to Smith. The 3. And the Bulls with another miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Harden gets the bucket.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little bit.
Now, here's Webber. On the wing, Walker. Bulls moving the ball around. And here's Papi from the arc. Rebounded by the Nets. Wallace has got rebound number 8 now on the net. Shoots the 3. Harden, no good. Bulls trail by 9. Inside. Stolen by Harden. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Got a hand on it. And they're able to recover. And then Clark slams it in. Chicago calls time.
Well, he's been off the mark, and it's impacting his team's ability to put points on the board. He needs to reset his approach.
They are the Brooklyn Nets.
Switch here. Haynes checked in. Chicago also making some changes. Yao checked in for Orr. Rodman comes in for Walker. And Bibby subbed in for J.R. Smith. Now, here is Webber. They need this. Rodman, good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot. Brooklyn leading by 9. To the wing on the left. Now here's Harden. He had 10 points in the win against Memphis.
Yeah, and his facilitating was also extremely impressive. He was outsmarting the defense and easily connecting with ready shooters.
And here we go.
How many fucking turnovers do I fucking have? Fuck! Fuck!
He's in the open court. Harden has one thing on his mind. Finish.
Here's Webber. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Let's give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. 4th, James Harden.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too. And how unique is Webber? A smooth shooting big man with some sick handles.
Rebound by Yao. Yao's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Bounce pass from Rodman. Webber, the pass to Bibby. Yao kicks to Bibby. Goes back up. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Yao.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play. Walks.
And he drops it in from the low post.
And as one of the strongest guys in the league, that's where Wallace wants to operate, down in the paint.
Now Bibby. He's got 9. He feeds it to Yao. Webber outside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the pass to Bibby. No good with the triple.
This hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
A kick out to Bain. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist. Frazier's got his 4th assist in this one. And so Bryant will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. A 12-point game. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Now, here's Bibby. Got a piece of it.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Bain for 3. Again, the miss by Bain. Bulls trail by 12.
Stop playing, bro. What the fuck?
Chicago calls time.
Oh my God.
Bain seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Fuck.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
Changes for Brooklyn. And Anthony Davis is checked in for Brandon Clark. Norman Powell comes in for James Harden. And Bibby subbed in for Frazier. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Korver's checked in. Now here's Rudd. Pocket 4. Back to Korver. Fires the 3. Drains the 3-pointer.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the 3-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Bibby against Bibby. Bibby with the bucket. And the Nets lead by 11.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Korver passes to Bibby. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Lets the 3 fly. Brooklyn with the rebound. Outside, Davis looking for Wallace. He gets it there. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Wallace has got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets. There's 1:17 left to play here in the second quarter. For 3, Bibby sinks the 3-pointer. Bibby's got 9 points in the quarter.
And Yao just so big, he's able to see over the top of the defense, and that allows him to find open people.
Oh, that's good.
They're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the 3 ball here in the second quarter.
Admin finds Korver. Fires the 3. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Nets leading by 13 to the middle. That's good for Wallace on the assist by Bibby. Wallace has got 8 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Korver passes to Yao. From downtown. Korver, no luck.
I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Bibby with the bucket.
No! Oh, hell no. 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 Fuck out of here. No. No. Definitely not. I'll fucking exit. Yeah. Man, bro. Fuck. Keep it down. Oh my god, I'm gonna flip the fuck out. Fuck. fucking bullshit, dude. Fuck.